Hello everyone, Wasn't Me, Vile Did It here with some quick tips and tricks when using our MIDI generation plugin BANG. First tip, this is for all BANG users, whether you have the BANG LITE, the standard edition of BANG, or the BANG Unlimited expanded version of it. And this is use the chords engine with ARP presets in your synthesizers. Now this is one of my favorite things to do with BANG. Our chord engine is able to create chord progressions that the world may not have even heard before due to the advanced chords section in the advanced harmony window. Now, LITE users, you won't have access to that, but you still have access to all of the diatonic and typical chords that are in all of these scales on the main window. So my tip is try blending anything our chords engine spits out with an ARP preset, and you get results like this. Next tip, and this is specifically for those who purchase BANG Unlimited, our latest version of BANG that has new features. Now, if you go to the main window and go to the More BANG window, in here you'll see a few options with checkboxes and combination boxes, but for melodies, make sure the motif option is selected. It should be already. If it's not, for whatever reason, just check it. Now this setting can give you more structure in the melodies and mixtures that our plugin generates, using slight variations to give you stuff that feels more musical right away. See, BANG is a lot smarter than it looks. It's designed to do certain things that I really don't want to give away just yet because it's our secret sauce, but those things help it create music that is useful, not just a bunch of random notes. But motif helps this process come even more into focus. You should notice a difference right away. Now, next is a tip for all BANG users. Make sure the melody engine is selected. Go into the advanced harmony window and put some of these extended chords on by making these options at the top active by clicking the toggles. See, though this says chords, these options still affect the melody and mixture generations as well. This will add some colorful ninths, elevenths, etc. to your melody, and this density slider affects just how much these options affect the MIDI generated. We will come back to that in a bit. This next tip is for users of the standard edition of BANG and the unlimited expanded version. Still in the advanced harmony window, melody engine still selected. Go down to the advanced chords choices at the bottom of the window. Turn whichever of these ones on and you will hear some slight chromaticism introduced into your melody. Again, the options in this window do affect the melody and mixture engines, but very slightly. So that can give you a little different seasoning there. Okay, next tip is for users of BANG Unlimited exclusively. Let's go back to the More BANG window. Now, aside from the motif option I brought up before, there are 7 other new toys for you to play with here. Now, we have the new CR mode, which pairs well with the motif option. CNR stands for call and response. So this option just amps up the musicality of the MIDI generated another notch. Sometimes you might want either of these on, or none of them on, or both of them, but turning them on more than likely leads to hookier melodies. We also have the new looper mode. Now what this does is it allows for certain bars of the MIDI to be looped. Sometimes it will loop a couple of them, sometimes just one. Sometimes it does more intricate looping patterns, especially when 8 bars is selected. Okay, this next tip is again for BANG Unlimited users. We're going to talk about the new stacks mode in the More BANG window. This introduces stacks of notes that are similar to vocal stacks. These are very useful when you have a choir or some sort of vocal sound in your synth. But aside from that, they can also be very useful just in general. Then we have the new counter mode, which creates a counter melody on top of the melody / mixture you've already generated. This can create some interesting guitar riff-like sequences. Next, we have chords colors mode. Now, this introduces subtle use of notes that are an octave above your root note in a smart, targeted fashion. This is different from just adding extended chords in the advanced harmony window. This is much more controlled, targeted, and rhythmically and melodically smart. We also have our new inversion surgeon mode. This is probably one of my favorites. Again, only for chords mode. Now what this does is it takes the MIDI that's generated and chops it up, separating parts of the longer chords, and uses inversions to create more interesting and intricate patterns. This was designed to be intuitive and think on its feet, so it doesn't reproduce the same thing over and over. It will give you different patterns and use different inversions in different places. And that leads into our next tool, which is the rhythmic voicing mode. This is only for the chords engine. What this does is it generates a chord progression that is a lot more rhythmically dynamic than a simple chords engine generation. It will give the chords themselves a rhythm. Now, for both the inversion, surgeon, and rhythmic voicing modes, you might notice that when you click the toggle for either one and activate it, this option becomes available. Shapeshifter. This allows both of these modes to let more rhythmic variations in. So it will change the frequency of rhythmic changes over the course of the sequence. Pretty much it just lets it change whether it's using quarter notes, half notes, etc. for its rhythms more often. All three of these tools obviously allow for a lot of diverse and interesting patterns. Okay, for all Bang users, I have a couple more tips for you. One of these tips may seem sort of obvious, but that is utilize the density sliders. On the main window, there is a rest density slider over here on the left. This slider is very important. It controls how long gaps are in between notes. Now, due to the way Bang is designed, this may not seem to work at first. You'll click it a few times and you may not notice much of a difference, but trust me, it does, and it will create more gaps with the melody and mixture engines in particular, while also letting chords ring out longer when the chords engine is selected. There is also a density slider in the advanced harmony window, like I brought up earlier. Under this top section here, this slider will allow more extension notes and extended chords, or really any of these chord options up here, to be let into the final MIDI that is generated. Okay, this final tip and trick is for any user of Bang, no matter what the version is. This one may seem obvious, others may glance over it more, and that is use the humanization sliders in the main window. And that is these 4 sliders on the right here, okay? Now these can do a lot. For instance, the first one can put your MIDI notes slightly before or after the beat, so it may give it more of a natural feel, less robotic. 0 is less, 100 is more, and that is the case for all of these sliders, okay? Now the next one, this one will alter the velocities dynamics of the MIDI sequence, okay? Again, 0 is less, 100 is more. The next one will add a swing to the rhythm. And the final one adds a shuffle-like rhythm. Depending on where you put these, you can get a lot of variation and a lot of interesting, slightly off-kilter stuff using these sliders. I mean, these are so cool and so important, and people often overlook them, which is why I'm pointing them out right now. And that is all that we have for today. Just some tips and tricks for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video or got something out of it. Please like, comment, and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. We're going to be dropping a whole bunch of new stuff very soon. We're coming out with our first synthesizer very soon. It's called 808 Raid. And we also have another synthesizer coming out after that called 6 Synths. And that's going to be the big one. But 808 Raid is very cool too. I'm not going to get into the details of it right now, but it's coming very soon and it's going to change a lot of shit for a lot of people, okay? We also have Boom coming within the coming days. It may be out already by the time this video gets posted, but that is Bang's 808/bass/drum cousin, okay? So it does what Bang does, but just for 808s, bass, and drums. It's really cool, man. I think you guys are going to love it, and it does a whole lot more than that. Please support us, man. We really want to get this thing off the ground. We have a lot of great ideas, but we need the support of people, okay? We need people to buy our products, or at least try them at the very least. So if you're interested at all in what we do, please, I implore you to go to our website and our shop, and Bang Unlimited is only $60. The standard edition is $40, and it's missing some options, but the $60 version is where it's at, man. I freaking love this thing. I've used it for a long time, and it's just gotten so much better and better and better, and I'm really proud of it. Same with Boom. I think Boom is going to be a bomb dropped on especially trap producers. I think people are going to really love that thing. So please support us. That's all I wanted to say. I hope these tips and tricks helped you. My name WASNTMEVILDIDIT. I'm a co-creator of SoundsDope.net. Please give us a shout out. Tell us what you thought about this video. Tell us what you think about our products, even if it's bad. Would love to hear it. All right, you guys take care.